IVM.
Do you often dream about leading a more creative life? Whether you wanted to be a painter, a dancer, a cricketer, or a photographer. Maybe you wanted to play games for a living. Growing up, financial responsibilities often take us away from our true passions. Now imagine if you could explore that creativity while still making sure that your family is financially secure. Find a way for the artist and the realist within us to coexist. करो पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए सभी वादे. SBI Life अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए. To know more about our insurance plans with wealth creation, log on to www.sbilife.co.in. IRDAI registration number 111.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative.
Friends, Indians and countrymen, I have to share something with you. When you're at a buffet in a 5-star hotel, which all Indians go through, whatever your class of society and income group, at some point you're going to eat breakfast in a buffet in a 5-star hotel. You must understand the culture of lines. When you reach, let's say you're at the cereal section and you're having your cereal, and then you're going towards the cheese section. You made the move towards the cheese section. You cannot come back to the cereal section. Because when you do that, you bang into me. Don't do that. We're all in a friggin' line. Once you cross, you cross. It's a line of control. You've gone there. You've now taken your visa. You're in the next country. Get lost. You can't go back. Only Indians do that. I notice no foreigners do that. They understand that they have their chance. Chance ho gaya, abhi aage jao. It's very simple. Nothing more to it.
Ladies, I'm sure you will relate to it if I say that we are constantly busy with work, studies, cooking, and what not. And amidst all of this, we often forget an important element that needs our desperate attention: finance. So here we are, bringing to you SBI Life Presents A Sip of Finance, a women-exclusive podcast where we will teach you how to manage personal finances in a simple and straightforward way with your host, Priyanka Acharya, a finance expert who's been in the industry for 14 plus years. And not just in English, but in 7 more languages. So tune in every Tuesday for fresh episodes on the IBM Podcast Network and all major podcast streaming platforms.
Let me test the people on the show. These are some of the richest Indians in the world. Let's meet them. There's Silverie, who owns 11 cars in 42 countries. There's this young 11-year-old Shreyas.
Just became 12.
Homework karke aaya. And there's Abijit Ganguly, who got paid by Puneet, I'm told. Or will get paid tomorrow. We will bring it up when we chat. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to. Look, a couple of people had tweeted to me also about it. कि पुनीत ने पैसा दिया क्या? I'm like, okay, now I'm feeling bad कि पुनीत का नाम खराब हो रहा है यार. ये तो गलत हो रहा है यार.
Puneet has said, and beautifully will say, I'm told tomorrow, that he's received the bill. So now the process is starting. He now sounds like one of those corporates you're dealing with. The process from his end will start. हो जाएगा, it's just a matter of time.
To avoid confusion, we recorded an episode today in the morning with Puneet, which will air tomorrow. So you guys will find out details there.
Why are you giving this away, Silverie?
I don't know.
Will be tomorrow doing the live chat. They will know that it's not real. It's not really happening. Then now you've just.
But yeah, they should. Yeah, we shouldn't lie to people that it's not live anyway.
No, we have to. We've set the standard. Now don't make it better. You're putting pressure on all of us, yeah. Please.
No, you shouldn't.
Shreyas, can you help me?
I don't know what timeline we are in. I mean, today, yesterday, tomorrow, I'm a little confused.
Have you followed the Marvel universe? It's like
that. Day before yesterday.
By the way, I realized recently that day after tomorrow is only an Indian phrase. No one else says day after.
Oh, why? America mein they say parson.
No,
they don't say anything. They just say the day.
Pessimism.
There's a movie Day After Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
The day after tomorrow is a movie only, no? It's a Hollywood
movie.
movie.
Actually a day. Like Thursday and then there's the day after tomorrow.
No, I think we got confused between parson and day after tomorrow. Parson is only Indian and nobody else says
I think so. I think that might have been it. I think
because day after tomorrow the movie hai yaar.
No, then I think it's day after. It's day after. It's day after. Just the phrase day after.
Just 1 second. What is worse? Me lying to them about what show is coming when, or Shreyas is rubbish just now? Which doesn't make any sense. For 15 minutes, we realized there is this phrase. It's existing from the beginning of time.
Yeah, and we have seen a movie. देखिए.
Yeah, correct. And very easily, what could have happened right now, no, Cyrus, is we could have all agreed with Shreyas, had a 15-minute conversation on why there is no day after tomorrow in America,
When it
and
was
then
actually
realized,
Parso.
oh, movie hai actually.
The problem when
Imagine रात को
Very
श्रेयस कल trivia information लिख के लाया कि ये बोलूंगा मैं podcast में. This will help establish that I'm intelligent.
Shreyas becomes like the Ornob of comedy, where he just makes up things and this is a fact, and then he starts believing it himself. You know, it's like
But
that.
the
Yes,
moment we
guy.
pointed out the movie, his face was so stumped कि अरे हाँ movie तो
Like,
थी.
Wow, that's the first thing I said today, and it's a completely wrong fact.
I think Shreyas, you'll make a very
Yeah.
bad lawyer for yourself. This is terrible. Defense of the country. But luckily, we have great topics because the man who's in charge of the show, he spends day and night, blood, sweat, toil, and tears over this show.
Me and Vinay.
He's
Vinay and I,
researched so
yes.
much. Sorry, I was talking about Vinay only, but yeah, okay.
Silverie, I want to
Okay.
know the episode for tomorrow, which has already been shot today.
No,
Like,
how
that's
can it be
supposed to
shot
the fresher
tomorrow?
episodes. That's the fresher episode. So how did the news articles like अभी जो हम करने वाले हैं वो ज़्यादा fresh है या कल वाले ज़्यादा fresh
News
होंगे?
articles that were out like 5 minutes before this recording
no.
right now.
That show.
So
that
we are
show is
intentionally
from
today
That-
playing
one
the
second.
timeline and पाँच
Yeah,
एक
yeah.
से पहले का
Explain to
news
everybody, you're
article, yeah.
confusing them. That show was recorded yesterday for the day after tomorrow. Shreyas, I just want to be clear about it. Huh?
I'm still confused. I still don't understand what's happening.
Or day after. You don't know. Day after what? Day after what? Nobody knows.
One sec.
But
over
that,
the head of
since we are talking about lines, that is just purely Indian. I never knew this, but cribbing is just an Indian thing.
Really?
Like, there's no word called cribbing. There's like, yeah, it's whining, and there is nothing called cribbing.
Afro-American speak, it means living in a house.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that. So
Let's crib
when somebody
together.
said that, there were Americans who were thinking that, what do you mean by that? Like, are we like staying in a house together? I'm like, no, it's just, and that's how I got to know from my Deloitte days that it's just whining. There's like the word cribbing.
Isn't there that movie named Cribbing? Have we all seen that?
What a comeback. He's waited and he's back. What a
I think I've
counter
seen
punch.
it.
Mr. Ganguly, in your face, bro. This guy's on fire.
He's making that up, Cyrus. There is no movie called cribbing.
The young, I tell you. Unbelievable. Yeah. the day after
But
cricket.
yes, Cyrus, your thing about 5-star hotel buffets. How is your buffet, by the way, where you are right now? Because I love 5-star buffets. Yeah.
I love all. Honestly, let's praise.
Yeah.
Let's do the right
Let's
praise.
praise.
All of us
Absolutely,
are
right?
five-star
Yeah.
hotels in
I
India.
like a good
We
spread.
do the best
Yeah.
breakfast. The options, you can rarely go wrong. All that's good.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
the thing is,
Yeah.
with Indian guys now, they hesitate. It's just the way we are philosophically. We're just slow, we hesitate, then we come back. You can't do that. Somebody standing there, morning is always a rush. Everybody comes for a bloody
Yeah.
breakfast. And in 1,
I mean,
2 hours,
just take
everybody's
it
there.
and then waste it later. What's the big deal?
But why are you going back? You had your moment there. Now you go to the next station, so you can't come back in the same movement. He went forward, then came back and banged into me, and then bothered. He continued looking again. I'm like, what the fuck, yeah? You had your
But I
chance.
think if he banged into you, that was your fault. You should have given him space. You should have moved back and let him come.
I was
in.
by then
Yeah,
I
that's
was
on
looking
you.
at the cereal and trying to see whether I can eat this or not because of my issues with blood sugar. And so I was studying it like a real, student. And my dhyan was on that. And then suddenly this guy's backtracking. He can't backtrack. It's like reversing your car in the middle of a highway. You can't just reverse. I mean, Silverie's done it a couple of times. Just because he wanted dad to buy a new car. Daddy, नया गाड़ी
Yeah.
चाहिए. So
नहीं,
boom,
इस
reversed
छोटे
it.
गाड़ी पे छोटा सा scratch आ गया. Let's buy a
Stand
new
here.
one. Yes.
शर्मा जी की गलती.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Don't you think we Indians, one thing I don't like is that we don't really think about anybody else. That is there. We have great manners when it's with guests and all that is there better than any other culture. I'll give us that. But when it comes to just where you are in public, you're not thinking about the other person ever. It's just a problem. They're never thinking, I should also worry about the space of the other person on my left or right. For
In
some
general,
reason,
I
we never
think
think about
considering about space is not a thing. Like, am I getting in somebody else's space is not like a thought process in general that
Yeah.
we have. And it's
Nobody thinks about me, guys. I know.
Yeah.
the name, the replay on the name. Beautifully done. Yeah. This is left arm orthodox, I felt. Yeah. Beautiful. Watch what you
This
say.
is like catching
Your
my
cricket
nose
speak
like
is not
this
PC
if I
anymore.
need
Apparently
to.
they don't
for
use that
something.
term now. Yeah, the left.
Oh, really? Then
the left arm.
what's the word?
The left arm Chinaman is a left arm leg spinner. They try not to use Chinaman because some people take offense.
Chinaman is supposed to be like offensive now.
Yeah, so you have to be. No, people are still using it, but then a lot of people, the modern generation, saying we don't want to use it. We left arm leg spin. So yeah, so like my father's listening, he would understand.
But that
Your
does
father,
not
my father-
explain the action at all. Like Chinaman explains like ये Paul Adams
For us,
आएगा अभी अजीब
growing
सा
up
कुछ
is already in
करेगा.
the head, no? But
Yeah.
for the next generation, the ones who believe Dhoni should stay as captain for CSK, for example, I mean, they don't like it. They say you can't.
Yeah,
talk
I don't
like
even understand like so in some every like I must have forgotten the number of times I've heard Dhoni retire from something. कि suddenly अरे अभी भी कोई बोल रहा है धोनी retire करके किससे क्या चीज से
that.
captaincy
Imran
से
Khan
started,
himself
but-
retired 3 times and came back.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
the way, back in the day. 92
think
World Cup, it was his third retirement when he came back and then won the World Cup for Pakistan.
But that was-
Yeah,
wasn't that a
Imran
generic
Khan,
Pakistani
Imran
cricketer
Khan
thing?
to retired from acting.
Shahid Afridi is
After
still
Delhi
to
Belly
make
and
a
all, he didn't
comeback.
get much work and he retired from acting. Yeah,
Who?
he didn't come back.
Who?
Imran Khan.
You
The
think
actor.
this piece of comedy is relevant to our lives?
No,
That we should
yeah.
stop the show to listen to it? What is going on with you guys? I've just
Talking
come
about
at
Imran
Victoria
Khan, yeah, I thought
Memorial
talking the same
and
one.
Anuva
Okay,
Pal
fine.
for 45 minutes in my ear. I'm already in pain.
Oh yeah, how
And
was
the
that?
problem is
How was
when you
that?
have two
Cyrus?
comedians on stage, the anchor wants to be funny. So you, oh god, it's like hemorrhoids all over your body, you
I
know.
get it, yeah.
Haven't you noticed that? He wants to join in the inane conversation that two inane people are having. So you have it's only fun when one person is inane and two people are normal. The whole dynamic
Yeah.
changes when three people are inane, you just look like idiots. So with three
Yeah.
idiots talking like idiots, which is okay for 1 minute. Otherwise it's literally like nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cyrus
but
and
whatever.
Abhijit, I don't know if Shreyas has had to do this, but you guys are quite ahead in your careers, right? So have you guys ever had to judge like stand-up comedy shows and all? Have you guys ever had to do that?
I have judged Vivek Oberoi as an actor in Xavier's Malhar competition. And Kunal gave him the first prize. I said, please don't do it. Look what happened. If he had just given second prize, there was one Parsi guy who spoke bad Hindi, but it was funnier. But he refused to give him the prize. No, this guy's damn good. And then, Surish Oberoi's son and all that. All this shit happened. And now we are responsible. It was Malhar.
There's no way Silverie I can top Cyrus judging Vivek Oberoi. So I'll just
Yeah,
let that
that's-
be the only story.
just say no.
Let me tell you, I'm a great judge. I never pay attention and I fill in the marks by copying the judge next to me. So whatever it is,
Oh,
I'll
nice.
say, what have you done? I'll say,
Yeah,
that was very boring.
man.
There was a Paris, I remember we had to do, which went on for 4 hours. I mean, in between there's some entertaining bits, but 4 hours, no one can sit through here. I mean, 4 hours and without alcohol is not easy for any tribe. That's why alcohol was invented. 4 hours, and including elocution, guys. Be honest, that's a dead art now. You can't just stand there and do the boys stood on the burning deck, and I mean, you can't do that unless you're naked. There's got to be something else happening.
I used to come first in elocution in school. Just saying.
Can I tell you a story? You used to come
really?
first in elocution.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
What a
how.
pansy. Tell us more.
No.
Tell us more.
I've shared this. No, like I think haven't I that I was a
No,
tree
you haven't.
in
No, maybe when you were
some,
in the
some like fancy dress competition.
Did you just give away the final point of the story?
No, I
Yes,
didn't.
when he was in the asylum per se, I was not there. So when he was a
Yes,
tree,
you're right.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yes. I forgot. Yeah, the things from the asylum they don't. It's all
I
over.
mean, it's normal. All your
Was it a
neighbors, the
fancy
guys
dress
are-
competition?
So no,
Yes,
I've done
his
a
neighbors.
fancy dress elocution competition we had in school. Okay, so you're dressed up in a fancy dress and then do a poem around what you've dressed up as. So I dressed up as a tree and then had a poem about being a tree and plants हमें देते हैं क्या पेड़ हमें देते हैं छाया और पेड़ हमें देते हैं फल and I did like a whole thing out of that. Something like
Guys,
that.
at the risk of
Yeah.
sounding little ignorant, but
Were you pro deforestation or anti environment? What were you exactly?
I was promoting deforestation. Yes, correct. I was like, yes, do more. Why do we need me? क्यों चाहिए पेड़?
you're pro
नहीं.
metro. That means you're pro metro.
I'm getting a.
You never realized it, but you were standing up for metro, man.
Yeah, correct.
Was
correct.
it
Back in
early
those days,
Jay-Z sort of? Was it like a Jay-Z thing? They just say the lines again. Very rappy, I thought. Yeah.
Sorry,
What
what?
was it? Chaya and papaya. What were the rhymes?
पेड़ हमें देते हैं छाया,
हाँ.
पेड़ हमें देते हैं फल, and then
हाँ.
there was a rhyme scheme of AB, and I did whatever.
Which
you
you're not
wanted.
bothered about remembering. So
I
we
don't
should
remember
tell
now,
you
man. I don't
something
make it
here.
up.
And
Yeah.
now we should make it up on our own, folks listening.
Yes. Yeah, we
Pen
get
and
it.
paper and
Dot,
write
dot,
down
dot.
right.
Yeah.
I love how you
Yeah.
said it and you even said the rhyme scheme. Now follow
Yeah.
this, bitches.
Figure it out.
Instructions. If this is not coming from an asylum, I don't know what.
Exactly.
I can
Guys,
just imagine.
But how did you win the first
exactly
prize?
is the elocution? Like, what is
Because
this? I've never had it
I
in
was-
Delhi.
Nobody
Everyone
else
else
turns
is
up
that
in the
bad.
competition. When simple maths tells you, you get the first prize.
Yeah.
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 How do you think?
And the second and the third. Yeah.
Abhijit, I think elocution is just a fancy way of saying a speech competition where like
Any,
you're
like
given a
extempore
topic.
debate or what? Like, what is
No,
this
but it's
exactly?
pre-prepared. It's pre-prepared.
Speech competition is different, okay, and then it goes to another space. Elocution is poetry generally. It's always poetry. Even prose, it's like prose, which is poetic.
Were there people doing
Huh.
this in front of you?
No,
Like,
no,
yeah?
no, no.
No,
That was
that's
just
all
a
applause only.
fanciness.
Yeah. That's the new
That
thing,
was-
by the way. That's only
Yeah.
after the poetry open mic stuff.
No. That's the guy who wants a drink. What are you talking about? The guy just in the middle, like, boss, mere ko pilao kuch yaar. It's normal.
That's
By the
Delhi
way, he's
life.
frozen. We've lost the
Yeah.
Powai genius. What a beautiful time to say, what a stupid story about a tree. Really, I'm so embarrassed to discuss it here as an adult male. How can we? And then he remembers the poem.
And he says that he won first prize
prize.
every time. He winning first prize with this. What were the others talking about then?
No, but what
Like,
low
seriously, how bad was
expectations, no? He goes home and says, "Mummy, Daddy, mein ped ban gaya." I mean, what the fuck, you know? I mean, the kid goes to get an education, comes back a tree with a rhyme scheme. Huh?
What were the two lines? पेड़ हमें देती है,
दे
फल
छाया।
हमें देता है छाया.
Huh? And the
And
second
then
line
it's
was
ABA,
something
and
about
fal has to be rhyming with something.
Yeah.
Kal, I think,
Fal-
day after, yes,
fal,
tomorrow,
day
or something
after,
like
yes,
yeah.
correct, something like that.
Yeah, the day after is back. You're
Kal-
right, boy.
Kal, and then Chaya ke saath Maya, Saya, I don't know, whatever would be rhyming with that.
If I was his
Oh,
parent, I would have deforested him as soon as he came back home, dressed up
Yeah.
as a tree. That's the
Maybe
only.
it's happening right now, hence he's off in the
He's
middle of
off.
the show.
He's gone.
Shreyas,
gone.
I love how you're sticking to the deforestation joke. Like,
I
will
just want to.
crack
I just want to
that
hammer it.
deforestation joke. I will crack it, man. I'll
See, I've come here
No,
with
by
an
the way,
agenda.
No, but the timing was good on that joke. We all laughed, actually. It worked. In the scheme of 15 minutes, that was one of the 2 jokes that worked so far. You know, nothing else has. Now we're just living off his poetry, the gem that he gave us. After
Was this one of the topics? Antariksh winning the elocution competition today?
I think one of the topics was, will Antariksh survive with his Wi-Fi in Powai? Which again rhymes. AB, I'm sorry, it's more AA.
But guys, now that Antariksh is not here, so how does it work? Like, is there a backup plan? Like, who tells the topics and how do we go about it?
We use a scientific principle, Abhijit, to figure out. It's called ip dip dip. Who becomes the next anchor? Ip dip dip, my blue ship sailing in the water like a cup and saucer. Ip dip dip. Ganguly ji, aapki bari.
You do realize we didn't see your finger, and I just have to take your word for it that you're ending with Ganguly ji. So I'm like, we did not see you do.
You
all
want me
that.
to do it again? We can do it again. It's not a problem.
I mean, this podcast, I think that won't be the worst thing that has happened if we do it again. Like,
And honestly, if we don't have a topic, nobody really cares. Except, you can actually discuss cricket. That is MSD topic now. That's a very good idea, Ramanathan Neelakantan. Thank you very much for that. Shreyas,
banker,
as
I
a
think.
cricket expert, go ahead.
Yeah.
MSD has announced that he will quit the captaincy, is it? What's the actual announcement?
yeah, Ravindra Jadeja. I think it was given as the MSD hands over Ravindra Jadeja CSK captaincy, which was a little funny that, like, does MSD only decide? Like, isn't it supposed to be like the team or somebody behind who should
Also,
be deciding
hands
who would be
over
the next-
sounds like a very happy function, no? Where father tells the son he's now the vice president or
Yeah.
something. We wonder what really happened behind the scenes. Because
you remember some that had happened, like when CSK had put out a tweet, I think some months back, that we want who will be the next captain. Ravindra Jadeja had himself replied to it with number 8, and everybody started getting very curious, and then he deleted that tweet. So yeah, I guess they wanted it to be like a surprise 2 days before.
But to be
IPL starts.
honest, who would you give it to? Now, Faf must be wondering why he wasn't selected and had to move teams, because he would have been the obvious choice. Dwayne Bravo, if he plays, but he's too old now, will he play? So I don't know. The Jadeja looks like out and out the only option. Can you think of the
Cyrus,
second?
too old now is, of all the things CSK ever considers, is too old now is definitely.
And we
not
can't say
one of
anything
them.
because they won with 5 35-year-olds 2 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
they keep winning all the time. So
Yeah,
too
last
old
year as
now,
well,
they
yeah.
don't give a damn about.
Fair enough. I stand corrected.
It's Expendables. It's the Expendables of IPL.
Absolutely.
That movie.
Oh, what a horrible film. But let me just say, welcome back, Paid. It's so nice
Thank
to
you.
have you.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe
Thank
your
you.
Chaya.
And Chaya.
पेड़ हमें देते हैं फल, पेड़ हमें देते हैं छाया. Just complete the rhyme, Antariksh. At least give us
Yeah.
that. You told us you won the first prize with that.
पेड़ हमें देते हैं छाया, पेड़ हमें देते हैं फल, पेड़ हमें देते हैं
It's a one-up.
पाया नहीं. I don't
Paya.
know.
What is this mutton?
Paya.
Peड़ is giving us paya soup now.
Yeah, correct. That's it. I don't know.
Simple word
Yeah,
like
my pairs are very different.
papaya. People.
This
Yeah, I
peड़
don't
is
want
a
to say
papaya.
papaya because you already said it.
Okay,
But yes.
we're in the middle of a very adult conversation when you logged
Yes,
in
yes.
and logged out and logged
Oh,
in
yeah?
again. Shreyas
About me?
and Abhijit
Oh, wow.
are discussing, how old elderly comics should retire and let the younger ones become captains. So, in that sense,
That-
we're talking
yeah.
about
That's true.
MS Dhoni. What exactly happened? Now, the whole country will be investigating this. Like, what happened? What's the real story behind it? The real story is that at 137, you make a decision that to step down. But what does this mean? Is he going to play or not? I'm a little confused about that.
They spend a lot of money to. They not money, but they retained him. No, so obviously that's a very valuable place. So he's going to play for sure. But
Do you think he'll play all the games, or slowly he'll play only 3 or 4? Then he'll miss 2 or 3. Younger wicketkeeper comes in.
I mean, So honestly speaking, CSK, like of the 4 people retained, like if you're giving one spot to Dhoni, that's a huge deal. Everybody was retained, anybody. So I like for CSK's case, I hope Dhoni at least plays all the
Where will you back him here?
matches.
Right now, if you look at last year's performance, he had 1 or 2 games where he made 20 odd in a hurry and all that. But is he really? Is he going to play that number 6, 7, 20 of 10, or is he going to play number 3, 4, 5 and bat through the innings, which was the new feature? Somewhere it's a little confusing where he
Does it
stays.
even matter, Cyrus? I think end of the day, CSK or MI is going to win it again. It will be a final, same old final. I don't think it even matters. Dhoni will.
Rajasthan Royals, Mr. Ganguly, we're going to win it. My boys and me. They've got Shane Warne's memory to play for, so that's going to be big emotionally for them.
Yeah,
to
a
push.
lot of people are actually saying that Rajasthan Royals might win it. So yeah, it might just.
Bro,
happen.
that guy was unbelievable. Nobody spoke about that first IPL where he was the only star on that team. There was like no names. Jadeja was unknown, for example, and he turned it around. And everybody talks about his captaincy, his man management, second to none. And if you look at the roster of people in 2007, you're talking about some seriously good captains around, and if not captains, good leaders, alphas, all the things you want. This guy is something else. We've not really looked at his leadership.
Yeah, I didn't like him that much, but right now it's not the
as
best
a person,
thing to say, I guess.
You and Sunny didn't like him as a person. Let's leave that aside. It's like, do you like Imran Khan?
You and Sunny. Yeah.
Sunny apologized, to be honest.
Yeah, Sunny apologized.
Yeah.
And Sunny also plays the blame on. Actually, it was a very bad question to ask, so he tried to blame Rajiv Sardesai.
Oh, Rajiv, just like the government, even Sunny said it's your fault. It's like, oh God, can't catch
no
a
matter
break.
what happens, Rajiv Sardesai always gets his scolding every.
The fall guy.
Yeah, poor fellow, yeah.
I just have a question now that like the cricketing landscape has completely changed. It has become faster. People's places can't be taken for granted. Is there any value in having someone like a Dhoni who's not scoring the runs still in the team? Like, is the team going to benefit from that at all? What do you think?
See, that's a good point because you're looking at mentor. Abhijit, for some reason, is very diplomatic today. Mentor position alag hai, and actual batting position. We're looking at batting position, very finite situation. Number 3 pe ye, number 4 pe ye, number 5 pe ye. The stats say that this guy can give you this much acceleration, that guy will hold the fort, whatever. There's reasons. So where do you place him? That question for the last 3 seasons is not clear. He stays, but he's up and down.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. If it was not clear for the last 3 seasons, why will it be clear right now? Like while he was the captain, it was not clear. Now he's just the player. How much does it?
Man. It's like he's just he's great motivating force, fabulous captain, that kind of thing. It's a fair question.
Also, I feel that changes, right? Like many people's batting completely changes when either they are the captain or not the captain. Like some people do very well when they are the captain, some people don't. So I think we might see that change also.
Silverie was very good till we gave him leadership. Give him leadership, he started behaving like a tree. And making all these stupid comments about chaya and papaya.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Dude, did you seriously win the first prize? I mean, like right now, just please be honest.
Let's get this monkey off
I
our
mean,
back.
why would I make that up? But yeah, I did.
With this,
But people have sent in.
Who came second? Was it a fan? Like a latest fan or something?
what were they saying?
I
How
don't-
eloquent were they? Like whoever came second. Or
Also, was
third.
it like 9th grade, 10th grade? How old are you?
The thing is, I'm sure I'll be able to find this poem somewhere, and I'll get it soon sometime. I'll get it. I'll be able to find it somewhere. It'll be with my mom. Or
Who was
something.
the runner-up? I won't know.
I don't. I was very small. I was in like first standard or something. Yeah, like very small.
I was imagining you like 16 years old, 15 years old. You're saying,
Yeah,
What?
he was 16.
What
Yeah,
is the
this
same-
guy has
what
failed
doing
a
this?
lot.
Was this the same time when you fell off the first floor?
It was right after. Yeah, correct.
Right after it, yeah.
Hit my head also. Yeah,
What
correct.
explains?
It was all in my head.
You get a
Oh
fun.
shit! Yeah, that's what happened.
He thought trees can fly. What is he
Yeah.
thinking?
Then you get a free
तुषार
pass.
शर्मा
That's cool.
तुषार शर्मा has said, पेड़ हमें देते हैं फल, पेड़ हमें देते हैं छाया. Next topic पर चलो, ये सब है मोह माया. So let's do what he says.
Oh,
ah,
this guy
first
should have won
prize.
the prize.
First
This
But he
guy,
did not do
exactly.
a ABAB. He did not do
Yeah.
a ABAB, by the way.
He
You
didn't
wanted
care.
ABAB, yeah.
Yeah, he did ABC.
No,
A-
no,
no.
What?
Really stop.
ABCB?
It's a live show.
ABCB.
We can't pull you out and save you or anything. Just
Yeah,
let me tell you
ABCB.
now.
He did ABCB.
Anyway.
Yeah, he did ABCB.
It's just being funny. You just don't need to lie. Okay, so
Yeah.
we go back to MSD or we any more comments?
No, we have we have one more, but that one is not as good.
Ask
So
is why wait till what 24 hours for the tournament? Literally, almost to make this
That's
announcement.
that's
Most
also
people-
what I was thinking about. This must
That's
like
the
the
fishy
team
part.
must have known this. They must have put this out right now. Maybe it also acts as something to create buzz for IPL and everything. Just put it out 2 days before. But the team has to know this. You can't just decide 2 days before a tournament because that's kind of what like India did with the World Cup.
I can't believe Srinivasan has forced him or anything like that. He suddenly decided himself कि मैं नहीं करूँगा.
But why
That's
would you
only-
even suddenly decide yourself?
What do you think must have pushed him over the corner to choose that? Like what?
You know
what
you're
has happened?
aging, bro, and you know that you've got to give the other guy. I mean, for the company, look at its corporate. You got to have a nice, correct tenure, and then at the right time, let the next person come in. Everybody knows that. It's not like rocket science. And
From
so-
my sources, what I hear is that Srinivasan actually cut him in a buffet line where they were staying, and after that, Dhoni was like, "I'm absolutely going to retire." That's what my
it means
sources tell me.
Srinivasan went forward and then went back after going forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vishwas Khan.
Good job.
Cardinal
That's
sin.
betrayal. That's superb.
Just add deforestation somehow to that joke.
That's what I was thinking. A
Yeah.
deforestation
Yes,
tag
yes,
if there
yes,
could be.
Reference to context, all perfect, superb. On the other hand, Silverie is frozen and given us a stupid poem. Just want to point it out. Yeah.
Okay, sure. All right, should
Are
we
you
go
there?
on to the topic then? Yes.
Nobody
Yep.
cares. We after the poem, we're dead.
Okay.
We're in coma. You're
Cool,
just
cool.
looking at
Let's do
bodies
this.
here.
Then let's do what I want to do. Let's move on to topic sense. Okay. So Mumbai roads are awesome, right? Obviously, we all agree they're not. But what has happened because the roads are so bad is the BMC has said that they are going to start putting up CCTVs to monitor the work that is going on the road. So like road work, road repairs, infrastructure, etc. that is
So
being
who's
made.
going to watch it?
Why is it so slow? What is the quality?
How can you watch
BMC
someone digging
officials.
a road? Nobody can watch that.
So they'll check like once a day,
that's
even if they check like
worse than
twice a
Savaria.
week or something. Even if they check like twice a week, okay, how much progress is made. You don't have to firstly physically go to each location to check.
So the CCTV is not for like the people skipping the light or doing anything wrong or whose fault is it in any accident, but to check.
See a guy
Yeah,
digging.
just to check this.
If he's standing there, forget
Man,
actually digging.
Man,
But I'll tell you the problem with each road is different. South Bombay, the problem is very simple. Remove the VIP chamchas and the roads will be fine. All these chelas in the red lights, take them all out. The bodyguards, get rid of them. Shoot them if you have to. Put them in Navi Mumbai. Where do you stay, Shreyas, now?
Car.
Okay, don't
5
touch
minutes
car.
away.
Abhijit, you also in the same area?
Goregaon. Sorry.
We don't touch Goregaon. Powai, what about Marol? Put all of them in Marol. Marol's good.
Marol is
Silverie?
already bad. Yeah. Marol is
Yeah,
already
that's what I'm
screwed.
saying. So
Let's
you
make
want
it
us
worse.
to take one for the team, yeah. Decide one road and put all the people there and end it, yeah. Because if you get rid of all this fanfare, we'll be okay.
Like Marol is one of the most dissed places in Mumbai, probably. And even
Why
in Marol,
Silverie?
even in
Why
Marol,
in
there is
general?
even in Marol, there is a whole, the I love Amsterdam ka I love Marol also. Like, who the hell loves Marol? Like, I love
Because
Marol.
one
Like,
guy
yeah.
believes in his little
No,
town.
people are
And-
using taking that as background photo as like sarcastic background photo. Like, oh, look at this. It's hilarious.
I tolerate
Because
Marol.
nobody
It's
loves
fine.
Marol, man.
Love Marol is-
Someone has to fight. Now I've changed my mind. I'm going to fight for Marul. I feel bad. We fight for the
Yeah.
underdog. Just join me in my fight.
Oh, poor,
Every time I'm here, there's shit on Marul. Royston's the Marul. Like,
poor
he's
Royston.
upset.
Alright, Royston, don't worry.
Royston, you're
poor
not.
guy, poor guy.
We should do a Marol special episode.
Yeah.
Move out from Marol, bro. I genuinely love
I
Marol.
genuinely love Marul. Oh my God.
Oh, info
Because-
shots. I said I love Bhandu. Bhandu is also not great, man. What are these places?
I love Bhandu.
Listen,
It's so
because
funny
of
to
this
see the
thing,
I love wala sign in these places.
Yeah.
यार, who?
Correct,
मेरे
correct.
यहाँ पर भी I
It
love
is.
Goregaon है. Like,
Yeah.
I
100%.
love only. Like, थोड़ा
even to
ज़्यादा
say
हो
you,
रहा है.
you love your own city, I don't know. It's difficult sometimes. I find it very hard to say I love. I feel like I can't say it.
But Mumbai is still final locality भी मतलब I love Delhi, I can still I understand, but I love
What?
Sarita Vihar ऐसे लिखा होगा तो it's a weird
So
feeling.
what
Like,
can
even
you-
Amsterdam,
but-
even
but-
Amsterdam is not doing that with its regions. Like I love Amsterdam ही था ना वो.
I love Red Light District though. होना
But I
चाहिए.
love Sarita. I could like her. That sounded good till the Vihar came. The Vihar spoiled it for me. But I love Sarita. I was like, Abhijit Ganguly breaking news.
Yeah, that's like announcing to the world. Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Vihar might be her last name. It maybe
Yeah.
he's like fully.
Thanks.
Let's say it is.
Three good
Let's
ones
say it
before
is.
that.
And now
Three
you know what
lines
Abhijit
before
likes.
that. Yeah. Okay. The
Okay.
Marol topic is
So
dead.
that-
Next.
Yeah, so roads and CCTV, that's done. Another one is that you remember, Cyrus, earlier in the year we had earlier about late last year sometime we had talked about these mask warriors, basically who are catching these people on the roads
Yeah.
through like just in like weird ways to catch people with masks just to be able to find them.
And
with
they had
exorbitant
targets.
sums.
Remember,
People don't
they had
know
targets. It was a
facts.
proper like corporate structure. You have to get
Correct,
so much
correct.
per day, bring in so much for the company. I was very
Correct.
impressed.
Abhijit, you're saying something?
No, I was
So
just
he was
talking
just pointing to the fan.
so I had a very I had a very like did you guys know like the sunroof of cars that have sunroof windows and all?
I have.
What is exactly that for? What is that for?
To have obnoxious kids look out and shout and scream till
Yeah,
everybody
so
hits
That's
Shout
them
not
and they
supposed to
die.
be that that's exactly what I just today learned, that that's not supposed to be done. I don't even know what exactly.
mean?
So basically,
No,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
not
for
supposed to be done.
Sunday.
It's
literally
not
for the
that.
sun to come in more directly.
Yeah,
no?
it's not for the kids to be like a.
It's a window.
Uh-huh.
It's basically a
Yeah.
window on top.
Yeah, it's
Why
basically
did
like a
you
window
go
on
with
the sun.
Sarita to this bloody experience?
No, not Sarita, because we are talking about roads and all, and I had a like funny experience today. Like I basically went for a test drive of some car, and this guy is
Wow.
like,
Oh, nice. Which
Kitna
one?
paisa banaya? Look at this guy, he's rolling in money.
He doesn't need
Porsche
Puneet's
and-
money.
Look at you guys being envious of just a test drive. खरीदा भी नहीं है. Like test drive पे ही like, oh, so much money.
Which car? Yeah, if you can, if you don't mind sharing.
I went for a XUV300 ka test drive.
Hey, nice.
And,
Wow.
Great,
yeah.
great,
That's a
good car,
big
no?
car,
What do you think?
Shreyas. Big
It's a
car,
big
Mr.
one.
Manohar. Say something.
Wow.
No, no.
But
You got your freaking
it's-
Dolphin, he's got a 300.
No, but the thing is, weird thing is, like its mid variant has has only sun variant ka option. Like there's the higher variant has like a without sunroof and with sunroof, but जो mid वाला variant है उसमें sunroof ही चाहिए. And I'm like, but that does not make sense. Like the mid variant, for it to have a compulsory.
It's a car you travel with, so keep the sunroof option. Kya problem is mein?
No, but the thing is, that is what the thing is. So I asked, like, I was talking to the guy who gave for the test drive yesterday, and he was like, sir, I asked him that why does W6 not have a, like, why is there a sunroof? And he's like, sir, it's good no for future, आपके बच्चे के लिए भी अच्छा होगा. And I'm like, but I don't have children. कह रहे कि नहीं सर आगे कर लो ना फिर अच्छा रहेगा.
आगे कर लो.
गाड़ी के लिए मैं बच्चा
दादी
नहीं.
माँ. Plan for your future. Sunroof, बच्चे.
Yeah.
First sunroof,
So
then बच्चे. Yeah.
No, but I just tweeted that like only in India can you have a car salesman asking you कि बच्चा कर लो just so that he can sell his car. And somebody tagged Anand Mahindra that look at you, Anand Mahindra, what are your car salesmen doing?
Oh,
you know,
shit.
Trying to go
Yeah, but he
illegal
won't lose
thing
his
of
job
trying to
because
go.
of you.
No, but I thank God. I was feeling myself afraid of that, so I blurred
Yeah,
the
they
person's
take
name
action.
and all that, everything. Yeah, I mean, I never even knew that sunroof pe, because I also thought actually कि sunroof पे तो बच्चा ही यूं कर रहा होता है. That's the only thing. Sunroof पे
I
तो-
got the sunroof
But-
for my daughter Maya when she was 5 or 6. Saying, Dad, I want to look out and all that. So I went and bought the bloody sunroof with a cheap Honda of mine. And let me tell you, day 3, she said, I don't want to keep the AC on. So it was such a waste of time. Please be very careful about kids. Kids are terrible. You'll plan for the kids, the kid will just completely nominate something else and you're screwed.
But I don't want to plan for the kids. I don't have kids. And the guy is like pushing कि सर आगे तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना. मैंने कहा यार तू अलग
नहीं,
मेरे पे pressure डाल रहा
Nisha
है.
But
has
Abhijit,
a
you actually
excellent-
don't need to be a kid to come out of the sunroof. I would urge
short
you
person,
to try
yeah.
it out once. It is mind blowing. It is incredible. I don't know if the angle will work and how you'll stand up if that. will
While
work.
driving, like, would you want me to Ajay Devgan it? You want me to Ajay Devgan it while driving? Just,
Abhijit, twice will depend if Antariksh is dressed as a tree because then he'll hate you and then that can be a problem. So just
Yes.
पेड़ में देते हैं
You
छाया.
want Chaya.
Stand under. Yeah,
Hey,
put your
so
put tree under.
super
A,
in terms of intelligence.
how else would you know?
Everything stands
Stand
itself
under a
up,
tree.
all the references are
It's all
coming back.
connected.
Perfect, perfect.
It's all connected.
Somehow we just have to get the deforestation.
That's what I'm thinking still. I was like, I missed the
Okay,
moment. I could have put it in there, but
We just brought up a very good point. We need to go.
You could help against deforestation if you were to buy an EV. Are you considering buying EVs?
Yeah, somebody.
Electric.
See, whoever's buying EV is not doing it for deforestation purpose. It's just that petrol बहुत महंगा हो रहा है. That's the reason they are thinking.
Why did you end up
So
again?
bollocks.
Okay, true. Yes.
It's like somebody like किसी ने अभी एक tweet share किया था कि Apple like somebody was having an ice cream. That tweet went viral. Ice cream in a leaf, banana leaf. कि look at this eco-friendly way. And I was like, even I go eco-friendly. I always have ice cream in waffle cone. Not in plastic cups. So yeah, nobody actually cares about that. Everybody is doing it for themselves. So whoever's buying it for deforestation, so sorry for the slightly.
But are you
long
considering
route to
EVs
take a
though?
point.
Are you at all
Yeah, I
considering?
don't know how friendly is it. Like if I take a EV, like जा के मतलब होता है क्या? Infrastructure is developed enough for it to be like I don't.
You can only go back to your house.
Yes, yes, yes.
Anywhere
Yeah.
else, you're screwed. You can't charge it. You'll have to put your finger inside your bum and walk. That's where you'll be after that. So until they're
So I
ready
guess-
with all chargers everywhere, it's going to be a problem.
The
But I think
verdict
it's
is
coming.
pretty
Like
clear,
they're
Silverie.
fast doing this. No, but they're doing this pretty fast. You can sort of the BNC put CCTV cameras on every tree. Sure.
You can stop He's
I
trying
guess.
to get the deforestation joke, bro.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
deforestation,
yeah.
bro.
Yes,
Joke
Yes,
and
I think
the
it's time to
CCTV
say the
thing.
joke
Everything.
again. I felt we didn't give it enough attention, and our reaction was not of the right attitude. And then Silverie's Wi-Fi went off. We got distracted, and cricket came into it. So if
Yeah.
we want to do it
Yeah.
again,
No, I think I'll wait for the right time. It has bombed already
Okay.
3 times, so I think I
No,
have to
it
wait
didn't
for the
bomb.
right moment.
It
Twice,
went well,
twice.
but we sort of being jealous comics, if the joke is good, we sort of ignore it so that it doesn't get too much mileage. So now I'm taking the blow and saying, let's face it. So
To be fair,
let's
we
go
didn't even understand properly what the poor fellow had commented because
I didn't want
Antariksh
to say
just
that,
read
Abhijit.
it with
I didn't want to
with
say
just
that.
such
You're
a
right.
like
Okay,
Encouragement.
all right.
Encouragement. He's not an XUV for God's sake. He's a human. Don't be rude, yaar. Anand Mahindra will come after you on this one.
Yeah,
Please.
somebody tagged Anand Mahindra for it, and I was like, I don't want the guy to lose his job or
Bro,
anything
if
for
that
that.
bugger loses his job, that karma is on you for nothing, for you being funny.
Then
You don't want a
he's
sunroof and you don't
then you
want
have to
kids.
adopt him. Then he's your
But he
new
wants
child.
his
Then
job.
he will
And
be in
it
the
was
sunroof.
tweeted by that Roads of Mumbai Twitter handle, so which has like like people like ऐसा I was like अरे यार Anand Mahindra को tag करके क्यों कर रहा है यार बेचारे
Anand
की
Mahindra
नौकरी-
is very internet friendly and he is the kind of guy who will look at all these things. I'm not saying the guy loses his
Yeah.
job. He's a lovely guy actually. So hopefully he's a very balanced man and that won't happen. But people react and it goes in their file. It might pay up later against him because 3 times he's done something.
There's no dearth of idle people, no, like वो basically like I blurred it the name and
You're
all.
telling
but
us sitting on this podcast.
उसमें थोड़ा सा अल्फाबेट का थोड़ा मिस लिखा हुआ है और एंड का अल्फाबेट दिख रहा है उसी में लोग समझ आ रहे हैं कि पीयूष इज दैट नेम पीयूष
Wow.
जाओ यार थोड़ा सा
Look at us. This is what I love about society. They only care about who the guy is. The whole point is lost to everybody about the roof and the conversation. Amazing. Shall we take a break? It's 46 minutes into the show, bro.
Yeah, let's do
Silverie,
it, Cyrus.
are you
Let's take
there?
a break.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be serious.
When we come back, I'll be a bougainvillea plant. Shreyas, you can be
Touch me
nutmeg.
not. I'll be a touch me not.
Oh, I don't even know what that is, but I presume it's a flower of some kind.
touch me
And-
not the leaves fold how come you
Yeah,
don't
it's a
know this?
magical one.
Sir, I'm non-vegetarian. Anything
That's
green, I
wonderful.
just leave it. My father taught me when I was young, green, don't touch. It's not for us. Let's carry on with that.
Is your dad a big proponent of deforestation? I feel that's what it seems like.
No, we are very paradoxical.
Don't actually
Environmentalists,
answer it,
friendly and-
Cyrus. It was supposed
No,
to be the joke. Don't
No, it's
actually
not.
answer it.
I will answer it. I will not let this joke happen. I will answer it for 5 minutes. But we have to take a break, guys. Here it is, the best part of the show as usual, the one and only break with 116 sponsors, no less, including Mahindra and Mahindra. Or maybe one Mahindra. Maybe not both. Or Piyush. Well, I've given the signal.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cock and Bull, Cyrus and Silverie are joined by Nivedita Prakasam and Abijit Ganguly. They discuss SRK's new venture SRK Plus and the Kanye West versus Pete Davidson controversy. Join Keshav Chaturvedi on Tere Mere Raste. He discusses Holi celebrations across India and how Holi traditions in the Bridge region of Uttar Pradesh are something completely different. On All Things Policy, the hosts talk about how India accidentally launched a missile into Pakistan. Do check out the Marathi Kirkitun podcast, which is back after a short break. New episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. And on Smarter with Sid, Sid tells us 3 lessons that we can learn from the famous YouTuber Mr. Beast. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform that you might be listening to us. You can also check us out on YouTube. We have a webpage, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where a list of all our channels are. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, India Water Portal, and Max Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Guys,
But I just
Kajol, Naveen was looking a lot like Kajol in the
Yeah,
post.
Kajol, yeah. And that's a very touchy topic, but I will get to that in a second because I have a man in my bed and I don't know why. There's
Oh,
just
wow.
a man
Can't see him
asleep
right
in my
now.
bed.
Yeah.
Can't you see the feet? Oh, man.
No, not really.
There. Look at
Oh,
those
yeah,
feet.
you can see the feet.
All right?
Yeah,
That's a
correct.
man. That's a full-grown 25, 26-year-old man. And so
I don't think we can tell from the feed whether it's a man or woman. I'll be honest.
it's
I don't know.
a man in an excited, aroused state. It's very embarrassing for me. I didn't want to show you more because we have young listeners under the age of 45. I don't want them to suffer anything. But also that picture of Shreyas in the promo that we saw just now, like a young Robert Mugabe, that was lovely. Where did you take that picture?
I was doing my solo at Habitat and I got the thing that I was wearing from Gokarna. So I like wearing clothes that are very loose fitting. So it's fun.
Yeah.
You're a hippie.
I'm not a hippie. I wouldn't say that. I just like
You're
wearing
the complete opposite of Cyrus.
This is as corporate as
You
it
do
gets.
dress like a hippie, Shreyas. You do dress like a hippie. I remember when you came to open in harem pants, and I was like,
Yeah, harem pants, those short kurtas, all the time. man.
Sexuality kya hai, bhai?
Very normal.
What you like?
Yeah.
Neither the male, neither the female. What is going on?
See, the thing is that it also goes with my character. I'm a palm reader on stage where I read palms.
You were
so I
not
think that
palm
just
reading
goes
that
with
day, Shreyas. You were
I know,
trying-
I wasn't palm reading then. So I then
This
decided
sounds
I have
like
to
a-
make a character
Brother,
that
It's
justifies.
built up. It's
I'm
built
sorry.
up into the character now. Yeah.
But Abhijit,
Yes.
I'll send you some harem pants. You have to try them on. You won't go back to normal pants. They are so comfortable.
But
You
Shreyas,
just
I
won't
do.
go
I
back.
used to wear them when I would be in
This
Kasol
entire
or Goa
conversation
or
is like
something
a-
like that, but not.
Shreyas,
like
it sounds
while
like a
performing.
tribute to masturbation, though. Everything you're doing. I mean, harem pants, palm reading. I mean, I'm getting worried between this guy who's a tree and the stupidest poetry I've ever heard in my life. Another nutcase who's destroying lives of people who are just trying to sell a car to earn living for their struggling family. And all he suggested was, boss, if you have children, he said it wrong, but his idea is not a bad one. If you have kids, use the sunroof. That's all. He should have said it in the right order. That's all. Jaldi bachche banao. And then he'd sell the car.
But Abhijit, I have a question. Now, do you feel obligated to buy the car from that guy because you feel a
Yes,
little
I
bad
mean,
that you
to have sex
put him
and
under the
have
bus?
children.
First of all, I was very glad that Roads of Mumbai deleted that tweet. I was feeling very nervous about it, like the guy will
Did
lose
you
his job
DM
or
them?
something. What?
Did you DM them to tell them to delete? Or
No,
did
I
they
was,
delete it?
I was replying ki please. I was replying only ki that please, bro, remove this tweet because I don't want the guy to lose his job
Yeah.
or anything. But although the name is not there, so it's anybody's guess. But there's no way I'm feeling obligated to spend
No, but if you're a
that
known
much
face
money
and
just
someone
to
following,
of anything.
they'll put
Yeah.
it together that it was you. I mean, in the company, they can easily do an investigation, say who was the guy, client servicing that handled Mr. Ganguly, etc. And then I think Pania will be involved in some
But
way.
honestly speaking,
Yes.
अगर बात आनंद महिंद्रा तक पहुंची जाए, the first thing I will do is कि bro, mid segment should have a non sunroof option. No, like that's the first thing I will say, man. Like what is this? Like the top variant has a sunroof and non sunroof option. Why are you thinking that the mid variant people are the people who want that sunroof? Like it's
No, so I
don't get
appreciate
it.
your gesture because that means you want to say the mistake is Anand Mahindra's and you're pointing the finger at him now. You're going
Yeah.
right to the top and saying theory fault hai. And
Yeah,
we leave Piyush alone. Oh, sorry, is his name Piyush? We shouldn't take it.
No, his name is not Piyush. I'm not even giving his name out. But it's yes, the one of
It's
the
close.
alphabets. It's
Ayush.
close, yeah.
Ayush.
No, it's like the first
What's the rhyming
alphabet is
scheme?
that.
We have
What's
20
the rhyming
minutes. You
scheme
get
of
the
it?
name. 20 minutes. in the
Rhyming
program
scheme of a
to-
name only. Like we are
Yeah.
going back.
No.
A.
Rhymes with deforestation. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Afforestation. Oh,
Piyush?
good name.
Oops. Okay.
But Cyrus, you did not notice. Shreyas was very particular about how we guys mispronounced harem pants. He was like
Yeah,
harem
he said-
pants.
he said-
like
he said harem.
and we were like, wow, man. Like,
Okay, one second. Let's clarify because I'm confused.
Wait,
Is
but
it
it's harem only. It's not harem.
No, let's let him talk.
is this
He
like
is the
Shreyas's
expert.
thing? He says confidently wrong things. Is this like Shreyas's thing? He's just
Yes, he said
confident
harem
about
or harem?
He said harem. Yeah, and
He
he,
said
was like
harem. We
very
can trade
particular
back.
about it.
Yeah.
Is it
the
harem?
meaning got through. You got what I was saying. That's all that
Like
matters.
the Arab world, harem, and all that. Like that. What is the word you're saying?
No, I think Shreyas is trying to say hey Ram.
Okay, that's it.
It's
I'm
hey
off this
Ram
one.
pants.
No, this
That's
is
the
not.
thing.
This is too
Silverie,
much.
don't
Yeah.
take
Now
it
you
there,
crossed the
man.
line.
Like,
That poetry was
But
bad.
it
The
is
tree
good.
was terrible, but this is too much. This
Why?
guy
You
could-
can't have hey Ram pants. That's a good thing. It's a positive thing for pants.
Really?
Abhijit, would
Yeah.
you
hey guys, my
please-
network is dying out, guys. My network is dying out, guys. Like suddenly, my
See.
network is bad.
If you, I used to read a lot of Amar Chitra Katha, Ramayan. Okay,
All right.
and in that, in that, Ram did wear harem pants, so it does make
It's not-
sense.
Not
that,
once mentioned.
Silverie just
It's
stop,
not
man.
once
Just-
mentioned.
they were,
They really
they
quit.
were those kind of dhotis, so they do look like harem
No,
pants.
they
right?
don't.
I
Nobody
never
wants
thought
anything.
that.
Stop it.
I never thought that you could.
Why is
be,
that?
like it? There could be a further lower point than पेड़ हमें देती है फल पेड़ हमें देती है छाया coming from it. But you have managed it in the next half an hour. You have done it. So
I mean, it's
but
difficult, right?
it's-
Come on. Another half an hour, and you just see my level.
Now, Feral Mind is
Oh,
taking it even further. I think we should really go to cricket and save the day. Let's
go
just
back.
stay away from all these iconoclasts. Unnecessary. Let's get back
guys,
to
the world is just starting to open up.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to get some corporate shows and everything. Please don't do
Yeah.
this for us. Like
Correct.
it's just started to open up. Yeah.
Should we talk about Kashmir
Okay.
files?
Okay.
Yeah, I think we lost Shreyas for a second.
Yeah, what happened?
When in doubt, we'll just sing now, okay? Until everybody
Yeah,
decides to
correct.
calm down.
Okay.
This is not the show
What
you want to
we
die
can
for.
talk about.
Please die for the right show.
Dude, but
This
did you
show
hear that
is
thing about
not
Kashmir Files? Dude, that was the funniest thing. Like Akshay Kumar's some movie has come out, no, Bachchan Pandey or something. So that
Yeah.
movie was playing, and in the middle of movie, people asked it to stop it and started protesting. Ki play Kashmir Files instead.
What?
like that bad. It was that bad of a movie that people hey, band kar yaar. So yeah, that was really
Wow.
funny to hear.
So did they
that
change
story.
it? Then you're paying
No,
for
I
two
don't
movies
know.
in a sense.
But these days, once when people start protesting, other people just get scared and do what people want. So maybe they did change it.
But that's only if the right wing is protesting, you know.
What they should do is allow a public to make the movie. When you make a controversial film, you should call them on the set and say, bro, now how do you want to take it from here? You tell us your perspective. And the public should be allowed. Janta was really going crazy about these topics. And Kashmir Files could then have different perspectives with different people saying, okay, mere khayal say we should do it this way. And I think that's how democracy functions in art. Art and democracy can only work if we allow the people to make the films.
Yes.
What do you say, guys? And that's why
Let's move to
amateur
next topic.
amateur
Vinay
pornography
said.
is very big. You know, homemade porn, as they say. I'm not that I watch all this rubbish, but Silverie, you were telling me offline, so share that with you.
What? How did we get to amateur pornography, Cyrus? Again?
Because
I
that's
was
the
making it.
While there is a
sorry.
man,
Now is
while
it?
there's a
Okay.
man lying on your bed right behind you, you suddenly bring up this interesting point
Now
of
you
amateur
can see his,
pornography.
you can see his head or something. It's falling.
Because this, I think this
We're in
camera
Calcutta.
frame,
This is the
camera frame
bong
of
thing.
Cyrus.
Abhijit, explain. It's a bong thing. We've done enough for the day. Okay, it's way past working hours. He's
But
knocked
Cyrus, just
He's
make
a
that
Banerjee,
frame
by the
again
way.
like this. This frame is perfect for amateur pornography. How it starts,
Yes.
like I think this was
With an
what
anchor.
Yeah.
He got no other gig. Ladies and gentlemen, अब पेश करते हैं that couple, beautiful couple. Sorry, budget की constraints. It's one person playing both the roles. Let's see.
But you know, I recently had this
Yes.
one guy who's really into VR come up to me and he approached me being like, listen, I really want to sponsor some Indian porn, some A-class Indian porn. Would you be interested in producing it? I said, absolutely not.
But you know,
Yes,
Rajkundra.
just one thing. Can I ask? Is it
Yes.
is Shreyas's video stuck? And
No,
he's-
now it's not. It was in the middle.
Earlier it
like,
was,
kabhi
no,
kabhar.
but he's recording
Come on.
from the
The
studio.
studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the worst
right.
thing.
This video
the
be
worst
stuck. Like,
Wi-Fi
I mean, this
and
is-
look is from the studio. That's right.
Like, that does not make sense.
There are some problems going on with the internet at the studio right now. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Can't be.
Okay.
I mean, that's like India firing weapons into the neighboring country, not knowing about it. I mean, what the hell is going on? Ridiculous.
Yeah, still being investigated by the way.
Cyrus, super
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, still being investigated. They're trying to figure out how like who is responsible. They're still trying to find a
You mean they want to
bakra,
figure out
basically.
who we should blame or put the blame
Exactly.
on?
They're trying to find a bakra. Yeah. There's some blaming going on.
I
Yeah.
think
I think
Imran
it was-
Khan. It has to be Imran Khan's fault.
I mean, it's a genuine mistake.
It's
I think it
Imran
was
Khan's
it's the fault
fault.
of
Yeah,
deforestation. There weren't enough trees to stop the missile in time.
Exactly.
So that's why. Yeah, correct.
Yes. So
You were
just
looking for
plant more
dolphins,
trees.
you know, and your finger went in the wrong place. I mean, these things happen. Yeah, come on. I mean, come on. Do you think Putin really wanted to invade Ukraine? He just said the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time, and boom, the shit
Yeah.
started.
He just wants.
He wants to go bareback riding on a horse. He's, that's his thing. Oh, that guy doesn't
Yep.
sound like an
Right.
evil man. I mean, do you know anybody who's nude on a horse all day? I mean, come on, where's the
Yeah.
correlation?
Talking about bare-chested men, let's talk about Salman Khan. I have a great Salman Khan story.
That sounded
Okay,
very
so Sal-
creepy, but the way you segued there.
Well, it's just
Oh.
we're talking
Just-
about men
Just
of,
salivating
on,
and telling us. about
Cyrus,
how
you were
much
showing, with all due respect, you were showing a man in your bed,
Yeah.
his feet coming up.
Yeah,
So
correct.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Cyrus
I think
is.
it's right.
Faustov,
I think
wake
everybody's
up.
on-
Yeah, everybody's looking at you. Wake up now. Enough. The show's live. He's fast asleep. What kind of guy? He's working as the manager. He sleeps in my bed, and I have to wake
Yeah.
him up, and I have to feed him. And
Which
by the way,
city
in
are
the
you
morning,
Which city are
Calcutta. In the morning, I have to wake him for breakfast, and I have to call and call. Then I have to call the guy down to go and send someone to his room. Then I have to take him. I've never worked this hard. I can't tell you. I'm funny. I told him, why didn't you only go on stage? Why am I doing it? I've worked so hard getting you here. And he's fast asleep. He's not reacted once, by the way, guys.
For
We're
me,
screaming and shouting.
the Vaibhav Sethia joke about Calcutta is the best, and it sums up Calcutta in the best way. He's already put it out in the special, so I guess it's safe to even say that Calcutta is the only place where restaurants have a lunch break. So I think that sums up Calcutta beautifully.
Goa.
Like,
This is true in Goa also.
Anubhav said something really funny actually on stage.
Yeah.
He said Calcutta is the one place where the shopkeeper is disappointed to see the customer.
Yeah. Dude, again, all this is Goa. Goa 1 to 4, a lot of restaurants are shut because
But Goa
restaurant
has
ka bhi
the
lunch time hai.
Goa has the whole Suseghat,
Suseghat
fame, and
culture.
everything
Yes,
is
Yeah.
known about it. So, but Calcutta is just
Yeah,
people-
okay, that's more
You
surprising.
don't like Anubhav. Every time he says a good joke, Silverie, you cut him in half. How mean. Poor guy. I thought it was very funny. Salman Khan topic, please.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not digress, guys. Salman,
What's
bare
the
chested
Salman Khan
people, yeah,
story?
whatever. Silverie,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, yes, Salman Khan. Salman Khan basically has been summoned to court again.
He was blank for minutes. We had no idea what you were talking
पेड़
about.
हमें देते हैं फल, पेड़ हमें देते हैं छाया. That's his quote. Dude, that first floor fall did something to you, man. It
I
rewired
watched
you
that
in a
5
way.
seconds. It was fabulous. Yeah. I mean, this is
Okay.
great, bro. You can't fake
Okay.
this. Go on.
Yeah, correct. Salman Khan has been summoned to court for allegedly misbehaving with a journalist. That's the news. What
Female?
happened basically? No, male journalist. I think it seems like one of those paparazzi things that the paparazzi is, this guy is trying to take advantage that I'll get some money out of Salman, one of those things. What happened is apparently the journalist claims that he was outside, Salman was cycling around Bandstand, and this guy was, had already asked.
Delivering something was Kutsi.
No. He had already asked Salman's security people if he can take a recording of Salman, and the security was like, yeah, lo, bindas. And then Salman, when he saw the journalist taking photos, got pissed. Apparently, told the security to go rough the journalist up. Apparently, Salman joined into roughing the person up, which again I don't see happening. And because of that, the journalist has filed a suit, and Salman has been.
So was he physically
summoned to
assaulted
court.
or
Wait,
not?
what do you mean you don't see
That's
that
what he says.
happening?
Silverie, is all this
No, I don't
recorded by
think
some
Salman is going himself.
CCTV?
Silverie was the cyclist. All security guy.
Yeah, correct. But I don't. What I mean by I don't see it happening is I don't think Salman himself, if he's cycling, getting off the bike and then
How
going,
well do you know
"Arey, tune mera
Salman
photo kaise liya?"
personally to have an opinion about whether
Well,
he
what do you
Why would
think?
a big
He has
man
like
do this
he has
himself?
10
Yeah.
bodyguards running with him or cycling with him. I
What
don't
did
know how
Shreyas
they do
do?
it.
Like if Salman is doing all
Yeah.
this himself, like what did Shreyas do?
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you
Also,
understand
it's
that.
a very bad thing for the boss to do because it shows the guy is incompetent. Like, main karunga, main. Because he's not done a good job. So that's also mean to do to your employee. And morale.
You know what would have been really amazing if while Salman is on a cycle, a car comes and hits him. That would have been like life full circle. That would have- and if the journalist captures in that video, like that
Yeah,
would be
and
the
a black
best.
buck comes and shoots him also in the meantime.
Like Blackbug just with its like just
Like,
I don't understand.
impales Salman Khan.
Was,
That would
was
have
there a
been-
physical altercation or not? Did they rough up the journalist or did
that's
Nothing
the journalist case
physically-
is that hey,
physically
these
touch
guys
him?
physically roughed me up. These guys physically touched me, physically roughed me up, and so I'm filing this case against Salman Khan, who has then been called to court.
But what's the proof that
This
all
journalist
happened?
hearsay, man. This journalist is like, मैंने ये मुंह बोला. Journalist
Hearsay
is like,
तो
मैंने ये
कोई ना,
किया.
Salman-
The court will
Then
obviously
he-
stand
then
with
Salman's got
the
10
richer person.
witnesses who work
First
for
of
him.
all, what a bad journalist if he turned his camera off while all of this was happening. He got him biking, but Salman Khan beating him up. He didn't get that.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually
But
very
also,
true.
why shoot him cycling? I mean, what is that?
That's a very common thing. No, they do that.
I mean,
They,
how
but they
empty is
do
your
that.
life?
That's been
One
done
actor
quite a lot.
cycling and I'll take a picture. It's a little-
That's been done quite a lot.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm on Salman. side.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he should have hit
That
the
was
guy.
dark, Abijit. Very,
Sometimes
very
I feel these guys just irritate you for no reason.
Yeah.
All those in favor
No,
of
no,
beating up the
absolutely.
journalist, hands up.
Yeah.
All those in favor of Salman by beating
Deforestation,
journalists.
hands up. Stream
Yeah.
like
Stream
kar lo,
like
guys.
kar do.
It's just-
Like that's how bad is it?
Okay, yes.
Producer
People-
जो भी है कोई नहीं बोल रहा है. Like, कोई
Yeah.
YouTube comment.
People,
कि
No, no,
stream like कर
Shishi
दो,
is-
बोलो यार तुम लोग.
Shishi, whenever the show is going plummeting down the drain, that's when we normally have to say it. That's
please
what's
remind Silverie to say like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, please do that, guys.
Dude,
Thank you for
Silverie,
reminder.
do you really get paid as a producer? Because this
No.
feels
Yeah,
like
man.
an internship.
Dude, so
It feels
He-
like
He's part of a botanical
Yes,
garden
correct,
that we have outside
Like
IVM,
orders.
which includes trees and things like that. That's basically where we keep him for now.
yeah, it's a nice kosher job, man.
Ego.
don't remind them that I'm not great
Just
at
remember,
it.
if you're on a cycle in the Bandra area, be careful of journalists. These guys are terrible. Okay,
Sure.
moving on. AMAs?
Yes, sir. Aim is this
Have you
first one.
faced any-
AMA.
Rahul, I
that's
don't
a
want to
profound
talk about,
question.
but let's say I have.
journalist. He's talking about
He's talking-
journalists. They're talking about journalists basically.
No, only
irritating
when they want to
journalists.
borrow a pen or something to interview a celebrity and I'm standing around with a pencil or something. Then they come up to me and say, bro,
Guys, as you can see, Cyrus has a very, his level of tolerance is very high. He's ignoring a person sleeping right behind him on his bed. So his
A
level of
person who I've
tolerance
nursed,
can't be compared with Salman.
I've
bhai.
literally breastfed this guy from morning. You have no idea. I mean, I brought his food to him. I don't know what else to do. Tomorrow I'll wake him up and take him on the flight and everything. You know, I've been good, bro.
Cyrus, I think you should take 20% of whatever 20% he takes from your gigs. It's time.
Yeah,
It's
something
time.
like that. It's amazing. He's like a child now, and I'm looking after him. I don't know. By the way, the elephant in the room, literally now, is how to get him into his room. He's fast asleep.
Wait,
Yeah.
he has his own room and he's in your room still.
He has his own room 5 rooms away. He's always in my room and always sleeping.
Is it a better room, yours, Cyrus?
No,
Because
it's
then it would
exactly
make
the
sense.
same. In fact,
Why
his
don't
must
you
be
go
better
to
because
his-
he's painting.
Yeah, why don't you go to his room?
Why don't you go to his room?
Why will Cyrus go to his room, Shreyas? Why would Cyrus?
Just, I could, but his room is
I mean,
too neat.
if it's the same room, it makes sense. Yeah,
His
he's
room is
right.
too neat. I don't like neat rooms. I like the room a little messy.
Shreyas, that's not how in life you deal with a person coming and sleeping in your room. That you just
Go to their room.
Their house.
In
Go
the
to their
communist
house.
manifesto, Abijit, it's clear that you just exchange rooms. You don't make a big deal out of it. I accept his thinking. It's fine. It's all right. But in case there's anybody out there who wants to adopt Kaustubh, he's
all this
5'9".
harem pant mentality needs to go. Shreyas.
Harem. No?
It's fine. Private property is not
Get
a
him.
thing. We can just exchange rooms. It's fine.
Oh, he's waking up. Like, guys, he's waking up. His head moved. Kaustubh, can you put your hand up if you're awake?
No, he was just changing his karvat.
Great way.
Karvat badal raha tha.
No, the other hand, he's doing
Okay.
something else. So obviously, he can only show one at a time. That's fine. I mean,
Alright,
Indian
next
male,
aiming
no,
To
you
that
fight
amateur
for-
pornography, bit that
He's
we
the
were
best
doing.
when it comes to AP. He's the best. Yeah. Shall we take some questions?
Yes, please. Yes,
Professional
please.
podcast.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored. I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
First one comes from Ashish, who says, "Will Cyrus ever perform another public stand-up set?"
We just did. Did we? It was public, right? Let me just check with the manager. He's the only person watching the show. Yeah. Was it a public performance, Kaustubh? Can you put your hand up? They can't hear you.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Are you sexually active? Put your thumbs up. We don't know.
With Cyrus? Are you
Are
sexually
you
active
a
with Cyrus?
carrying
Yes.
member of the TMC party in Bengal? Put your thumbs up.
No comment.
No comment. He's scared. I don't know why he's scared, because we're not TMC, you're dead. As far as I can
Okay.
see at the moment. Yeah,
Uh,
right.
Now that's a
next
dark
one-
joke,
next
brother.
question comes from
Mine
Mid
wasn't
Moy.
a dark joke. That was a dark joke.
Cyrus, let's do that crowd work show, no? That we were talking about. I think the
But
the
we need a
public is
crowd,
asking
huh?
for it.
Yeah, nobody's watching our shows. I clapped for Anubhav, he clapped for me, and then we left. Yeah.
Nice.
Bolo, sir,
All right.
question.
Minute Moy says, been watching clips of Cyrus at award shows like ITV Awards, interview with Milind, etc. Does Cyrus get nervous before going on stage?
I'll ask him. You know what bothers me? Honestly, the same things bother me. People not coming on time. And award shows are all about that. The anxiety, I don't know, you guys have the same experiences of these freaking celebrities when I hate them. When they tell you celebrities, you know, about Salman and all that, your heart starts beating fast because the guy's not there. Nobody's around. They can't locate them. They're in traffic. They're on the way. Okay, hold them. Hold it. Take it longer. Start it later. Go talk to the crowd. Those things are the ones that really irritate me. It's horrible. And the catering. Award show catering is terrible. They always
Yeah.
eat crap food. For us, yeah. For the big stars, they sit in a trailer and they get
Yeah,
food from wherever and they charge the company. I remember.
Right.
Oh, you remember that for a few years back at the Oscars, very famously that Ellen was hosting
Oh, I thought me and you were there or something. Okay.
and everyone went crazy. No, but this went very
No, she's
viral.
famous.
I'm sure
She's
people remember.
famous for doing all that. She's
Yeah,
famous.
but like one pizza, and everyone was just so hungry. You're like, yes, I want pizza. Give me something, because though apparently
You know what they
those
do with
award
these,
shows you get
events,
food, like, very
especially-
small window to eat food.
When you're part of the production company, which is not the stars on stage, but everything else, then they give you this package box thingy, which is always the worst food in India that they assemble.
Yeah. Always.
Red sandwich
There's a
with cheese in the
kofta.
middle of
There's
something.
always a kofta
One dead
inside.
kofta, like which is really small.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
and inside sometimes for sweet, they give you one piece of jalebi in a plastic bag, like,
Yeah.
which you can't open and it sticks to your hands and stuff like that. It's so painful, you know, from a predatory
That
point of
gulab
view, you
jamun
work
also
really
really,
hard
yeah,
and you get
correct.
nothing, you know, for it. Oh,
I think
award
the
shows.
Like on film
Flyers-
shoots, like on
Film
shoots
shoots are
when you're like
different. Film
at
shoots are
location. No, when you're on a location, when you're
Wonderful.
traveling, they often have that set kit also. No, like again like that plastic thali.
No, that's only maybe
basically. They give
breakfast,
you-
but otherwise they always give you lots of food because the film.
Okay, again, you're a big star, Cyrus,
I can't compare about film.
not us.
No, everybody, because you got two.
True, everybody gets
stars
great food.
Great food, bro.
No, I'm talking about buffet. Yeah, they have like good food on set.
Like on that set, Kaustubh gets fed. Kaustubh and all the menials, they get fed really well also. It's a full buffet for all the poorer sections of the community.
Okay, I've had times where they had taken us to like some place in Lucknow. We had a shoot and had taken us to some place in Lucknow, but we had like
Was it a model hunt for trees?
no, it was for some show, man, on CCTV. It was
Okay, what did they
some
feed
stupid
you?
thing, whatever. But yeah, they just like whatever, like one dal, a little bit of rice, all
One-
nothing great.
one
You know,
dal.
like
What does one
Like,
dal mean?
Yeah.
like dal, some rice, some malai kofta, or what have you.
He's right,
But-
because even
Like
katori, which is
kofta.
the same size of a chutney ka katori, that smallish one, which literally
Yeah.
you look at it and you feel like a loser, because there's not, this is going to end in like 1 second of pouring it on something. It's terrible. It's jail food will be better. I actually visited Tihar jail and I've seen the food, the quantity at least is not bad. Here it's not a
Quantity.
good idea.
Oh.
So award shows suck. People don't attend them, don't endorse them, and don't be part of them. And the catering and award shows, they have to be arrested as soon as possible. Yeah. It's a public crime that's just being unpunished. I mean, just going on rampant or everywhere. Award show, people are suffering. Nobody thinks about that. Silverie, you be careful. Award
Okay,
shows.
sure.
Because it wants to
Yes,
do
yes,
an IVM podcast.
Never host award shows. Got it.
No. You all had a celebration for your birthday party at IVM 7 years. And look at how horrible the place was the next morning. Cake everywhere,
true.
which nobody got to eat.
That's true.
And there was only 7
Alcohol
beers.
fallen on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, which you had to
People
share
still
with
pass out in the corner overnight and all. Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, that's just
No,
cheap
that
people
didn't
without a room. People who live off other people who can't find their own place to stay, those kind of parasites. Yeah. Okay.
Guys, I think we should move to the next AMA. This is the
Yes.
eighth
Yes,
time
please.
we have seen him. Yeah. this week.
Denver De Silva. We have some new
cool.
people in the chat today. Yeah, very cool. Denver De Silva has asked us. This is for me. Has asked me, why is there such a long turnaround time between live broadcast and the podcast on the IVM app? It can be really frustrating to wait for it once. you
First,
miss the
Denver's
live
pictures are bothering me. He's in a tuxedo. Is he another stand-up?
broadcast. He's doing stand up.
Elocution.
You know,
Seems
talk-
like elocution.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
Was he the anchor when you were the tree? There's something going on here.
Oh, I'm right behind him as the tree. Look at that.
I can see you
In the photo.
I can
Yeah.
see you.
That is.
But
me.
guys, I'm not able to understand this. Like, if he misses the live broadcast on YouTube, but the stream is still
watch
there on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah. So why
he
is
can watch
like
it.
why
Exactly.
can't
That's
you?
not a problem.
Why do you need to go
I think
to
he-
the IVM?
What he's saying is maybe he prefers listening to the audio version of it because it's packaged. It has like the music
Because we're
in the
ugly.
starting and the last.
Because
No.
the only reason can be he
That's
doesn't
the
want to
only
see other
reason.
people's
Lighting was
faces.
bad.
So
over
people
ugly.
drive, right? A lot of people watch podcasts, listen to podcasts when they're driving.
But Antariksh, you can still play on the YouTube video while you're driving, and then it becomes the audio podcast. You don't look at it.
But I don't know why he has a problem. But the turnaround time is because we have to package it. It's because if any editing is required, if you need to add anything, revoice some of the people.
Silverie, have you ever drunk and driven?
I should say no, but yes, I have.
Okay. Shreyas, have you drunk and driven?
Never.
Of course.
never.
Oh, you never driven? Do you drive, Shreyas?
Yeah, I drive.
What do you think? Comedy pays the bills.
He has drunken and driven.
Yes,
sorry.
you had the most that was the shittiest refusal I've ever seen. Like,
correct.
that was the worst lie possible. It seems
Wow.
like you actually. I think you're drunk right now for the way you just said it.
Last night itself. Yeah.
No, never. No.
And you have the cheek to make fun of Salman. How dare you, really?
Lie ever. Yeah,
Abhijit, have you
Abhijit,
ever?
I'm from Delhi, dude.
he's a Delhi boy. They don't
So-
know about the rules. They're still
I'm
discover
driving right
them.
now.
I didn't even answer. I won't even answer that
Yeah.
like fully. Like, I'm
Yeah.
from Delhi.
No, I
You'll
don't
be
know how
thrown
to.
out. No.
No, but I honestly speaking, like as
Yeah.
a like right now, I will make it a point not to. But like in your team, like like the early 20s and teens, like when you've been stupid, yeah, you have taken those stupid decisions once in a while. But now, of course, that's just wrong if you're doing it even after growing.
Comedian Shaurya Tyagi, a good friend of ours, I'm sure, has a joke where it's about being from Delhi, and he's like, so he was drunk driving one night, and the cop stops him, and the cop asks him, "तूने पी रखी है?" And Shaurya's like, "हाँ, पर ठीक से नहीं, घर जाके और पीऊंगा." Good joke.
Deforestation movement.
Shaurya Tyagi, follow Shaurya Tyagi, very fun.
Yes. Okay.
It's good.
Don't say
We-
follow Shaurya Tyagi after that joke evidently bombed over here.
No, it didn't bomb. I like bastards.
Everyone
nice.
like pin drop
Very
silence,
nice.
and then he's like follow Shaurya Tyagi.
Yeah.
No, you guys
I-
really.
see.
Instead of encouraging the joke and laughing, you both of you made stone faces purposely.
Yeah, that
How
was
small
not
are
cool.
we, guys?
Shaurya will be very pissed.
Comedians.
Yeah. Wow. That was on Shaurya, guys. Sorry. No, that's me butchering the joke. Joke is very funny.
Shaurya, really, man. Write better material when
I
you're
think
drunk.
Shaurya Tyagi is just too, like, wow, okay, like Silverie just
Shaurya's
left.
got power over Silverie.
Yeah.
You stole my joke. I steal your life.
My camera got disconnected. Sorry, guys.
Okay, hurry up, bro. We have to
Next one.
find
Yes.
Chinese food in Calcutta.
This one comes in from
Right.
Karan City.
Oh.
Karan City has asked, how has the Kolkata visit been so far, Cyrus? How gloomy is it after Mohan Bagan's ISL semi-final exit?
All the Bengalis I met have decided they're from Argentina. So they don't want to follow the ISL now. They're all going straight to World Cup is just a few months away. Mr. Ganguly, no one's talking about that. We're not that far away. what is it now? It's March with 3 months.
Yeah.
Literally 3 or 4 months away.
It's in Qatar, air-conditioned
Qatar.
stadiums.
And I saw that
Yeah.
Byju's is going to be a
yes.
sponsor. Yeah.
Why just gonna be the main sponsor? Am I?
it's
sponsor
World
or the main
Cup.
They're
sponsor?
main.
No, Pepsi and all that.
For India telecast होगा यार. For India telecast
Oh,
होगा.
but
Globally
they put
क्या हो ही नहीं
all-
सकता.
अच्छा.
All the things that Ronaldo hates are there. Pepsi, Coke, all the pizzas in the world. all
Education,
the food.
Byju's.
Education. No, not a good thing. Fair enough. Yeah.
Byju's is not synonymous with education. Come on.
I mean, it's
deforestation is
edtech.
back. He's punching hard.
But it is edtech, so I get.
Shreyas
I get
says the most like just bomb statements,
Throwaway
and
lines.
then he's like, "You guys play now." Just elaborate a little more now after that line, then go.
Day after tomorrow, yes.
They just use. I know they have had some lawsuits on people who talk shit about them, but I don't think they're listening to this. Let's assume. But they use predatory methods
How
where
dare
like
you insult us, the hand that feeds you? You're being nice here. And now you take us down
Oh,
also. The last
oh.
people who are on your side,
Yeah.
Mr. Deforest fucking station.
they basically make it seem like they go to villages and they train teachers to tell students that it's compulsory for you to take a Byju's course, and they have done this like on a mass scale everywhere in rural areas where like kids who can't even afford to get Byju's have to get Byju's because their teacher tells them to. Especially during the pandemic, they just like accelerated on this really.
I don't know, but I hope.
Are they paying the teachers to say this though?
Yes.
How does that matter,
Okay.
Silverie? It's like
Depends, man. I'm saying make your
is
money. It's
Putin
fine.
paying those
Go ahead.
people well to kill the Ukrainians or something. Like, how does it?
Apparently not.
I don't think so.
Apparently, their performance is
Yeah, of course.
footballing terms. Russia is not has underperformed. I hate to say it, very insensitive, but you know what I mean.
Russians have underperformed at killing the
In
Ukrainians.
the sense, they're
Are you-
supposed to
are you
wrap this
saying
up.
this
No,
like-
yeah.
This is day 29. Abhijit.
क्या मारोगे यार तुम लोग को?
They haven't been able to.
Have you guys heard about the Wolf Gupta case?
Yeah, of course,
little
dude. This was but this wasn't Byju's. This was that white what?
And it was Byju. Now it's Byju's.
Okay,
It's all the
it
same.
It got bought over by Byju's, that company.
We were in talks with Byju's for
Yeah.
sponsoring many shows on IVM. So I'm just going to tell you right now that we might as well stop
White
talking
hat
to them. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Did somebody say white hat?
That'll be amazing. Shreyas on a
White Hat Junior.
on a Byju's sponsored podcast saying all these things.
You know, I've written
It'll be
a
a
show
great-
for Byju's. It's I feel I'm already.
They don't care.
Okay, next
one day,
question.
Yes, last one.
Just if you get the numbers, you're going to bring down a lot of institutions, huh? Because there's a lot of angst against these people. Byju's. Everybody's going after Russia. You're like Byju's. You know, it's like that. Okay, we'll do one more.
All right, yes, last one comes in from Info Shots, who says, "Hey Abhijit, what do you think about the pitches in Pakistan that are not giving results, and those pitches being compared to highways?"
Yeah, but right now after declaring 227 for 3,
No, but what you're saying is right, of course. Like after 28 years of no cricketing action, 28 years, Australia is coming back. And also, they had a fabulous ad. If you guys could
Yeah.
check out that ad that those guys came out with, like just generally Pakistan local population talking in an Australian accent, it was amazing to see. But yeah, the pitches haven't been a great advocate. But at the same time, this one,
But this test
might
match,
just-
Lahore,
yeah,
they lost
might just give
yesterday. If you guys are following the game, I know Shreyas, you missed not a ball, and I know that for Silverie, I mean, cricket is such a passion that he's naked and watching it every day. But let me
Yeah,
tell you,
yeah,
8
every day.
wickets for 20
So good.
turned the game around yesterday. And they
Yeah.
declared at 227 for 3 and set them only 351. This is going to be a result, definitely. And Pakistan looks
there's
like winning
definitely
now.
going to be a result.
The 60 odd for no loss when you guys started the bloody podcast, you know, the decency to wait for 5 more minutes.
73 for no loss.
Yeah, 73 for no loss. 62 when we started, and I missed the last 2 overs and a couple of boundaries were. Yeah.
And there was a couple of chances as well, right? Australia missed a couple
Steve
of.
Smith again. Steve Smith has caught nothing except influenza in the last 6 months. I don't know what's happening. Is it the pitches are just, I don't know, he's standing too fast, or I don't know. He's dropped about 9 catches. It's ridiculous. I mean, really, don't get me started. Get back to Byju's. This is just upsetting me.
Byju's.
Byju's. Okay, sounds wrong when we say it.
Yeah, it does sound
Yeah,
wrong.
it sounds
yeah.
very Germanish.
Just realized.
No, leave it, please.
very.
What is
very-
you
thanks,
people?
sir.
We have to
That's-
stop
that's
taking
a better
control with
save.
everyone and
Really,
everything. The tree was bad enough. We should have ended there. Deforestation was the end of the show. We didn't
That
have
was
to
a safe
beyond
hill to die on. Deforestation. The trees aren't going to do anything. They are not sponsoring us, you know. But I feel Byju's, we committed something we shouldn't have.
We let you talk. Continue
Let him
talking.
continue
Shreyas.
talking.
Yeah, let him
that. Why did you
becoming
lower
more and
the
more
volume?
silent every word.
Why did you lower the volume in the middle?
Yeah.
It's like you regretted saying
Byju's.
something.
No, I think there are some sensors being used here. When I talk about
That's so badly done, man. Like, we can hear the lip, like, oh god, we can hear you do
Oh
that.
God. Just wear harem pants every day. Wear harem pants on top also. Like just
Now
cover
we
yourself
can't
with
look-
harem
Don't you
pants
mean hey Ram pants? Okay, great.
and stay in Goa forever and ever.
Listen, we have to lower.
Like,
our-
I think it's now. I don't even think it's like Wi-Fi or something at the studio. It's just Shreyas. Like he's in Goa.
Listen,
Yes, he enters here. He just makes the Wi-Fi bad. Like there's no
Cannot-
explanation of him recording from the studio and having a shitty Wi-Fi.
after this podcast, we cannot look for sponsors. We have to look to become somebody's NGO. Okay, that's the only option for us going forward. Because they have to look after us like people who need help. All right, that's all we can say.
Yeah.
So we have to change this entire promo that we're putting out there. Just thank you so much for your
Absolutely.
solid support.
Happy to help.
6 sponsors, 11 communities, race relations, nationalities, and genders. Dolphins you saved though, and for that we salute you.
Yeah, correct. So another reminder quickly to like, share, and subscribe, and leave
Always pick the
comments.
right time.
Hey, Silverie, say it even less
I'm on the show
enthusiastically.
right now. Let me link.
Yeah, there are some
like it
topics
right
you
now.
guys would like us to
Silverie,
cover on the
it's
next
like you
podcast.
say like कि करना है तो करो. मेरे को तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It's
Nani,
actually sounds like that.
please do this.
And when he says any topics you want, the answers are always like any topic. That's everybody saying. Huh.
If you're still tuned in, why not do it? Why not like? So yeah, do it. That's a good thing. Like, share, subscribe.
Compelling.
All three.
Compelling stuff.
All three. Do all three.
Let Shreyas is the man of the match. Let him take us out. Shreyas, would you like to say something to buy juice?
I would just like to say that when I
Ah.
grow up, I want to be a Wolf Gupta. That is something that I aspire to be.
How old are you right now?
I'm 25. Wolf Gupta is timeless. He doesn't have any.
What would Wolf Gupta's palm read like for you? What do you think?
I'll have to check. But I will do that and I will get
Such a
back to you in the
beautiful
next episode.
setup.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
going with, I'll have to
It's
check.
Wolf.
I'll have to-
Like you're a palmistry comic. Like at least have a joke ready for that. Like what will his palm look like? Ta-da! Like
What I
this.
do see is that he's almost too good to be true. That is one thing which just speaks highly of.
Is Wolf Gupta what you call a Wolverine from UP? I mean, what's the how do you get the name like Wolf and Gupta? That's
Yeah.
jarring.
It's a Banya wolf.
you should ask Whitehead Junior, Cyrus.
I mean, I'm sitting in the
Yeah.
family functions, and the brother's name is Sailesh and Prakash, and and Sham, and then suddenly this guy is called Wolf. I mean, there's got to be an explanation. It's like Washington Sundar. His brothers are like there's Tenali, there's Wurkeri, and then suddenly there's this guy called Washington in the middle.
The creator of Law and Order, the TV show, is a person called Dick Wolf.
Yeah, we know
Right?
that.
Yeah.
Your point
So
is what?
just saying
Your point being
that there are people called wolves. There are people called wolves.
I think today we're performing the Titanic on our own. We're just sinking slowly into the abyss of
There's
despair.
also that guy, that CNN news anchor, something Wolf Blitzer.
Why?
Am I right?
Yes, that's great. But again, the pointless conversation continues. We've done it for 5 hours in Kolkata. Give me a break. I
Yeah.
need food.
Also, there's a game called Wolfenstein.
I
Okay,
think
you keep
Cyrus will
talking.
after this just go and cuddle up to like the guy. I need a
We
hug
can
right
watch
now. I just,
2 million
Okay,
white
let's
will
end.
come and take him away. You keep telling us more stuff. Okay, they'll come and just carry him off now.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
That's it, folks. Time to find the Chinese food in Calcutta while you guys suffer your miserable lives with deforestation and trees.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Hi guys.
Like, share, subscribe.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Have you ever wondered where the business world is headed? How the ways in which we create, market, and sell to consumers will evolve? Or if we'll ever go back to wearing pants while working? For answers to all of this and more, tune into Advertising is Dead with me, Varun Dugirala. Every Tuesday, as I talk to entrepreneurs, leaders, and change makers from across business, media, marketing, and beyond. You can catch all episodes of Advertising is Dead on the IBM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcast from.
Love fighting?
We've got you covered.
Check out our show, The Fighting Goat, where we, the voices of the internet, Arjun Chipalkatti and Somesh Kamra, bring to you crazy weekly action on your favorite combat show, The Fighting Goat.
Be it commentary, breakdown, predictions, analysis of styles and techniques.
And of course, your round of favorite fighters.
You can listen to us every Thursday on the IBM Podcast app, website, and all major podcast streaming platforms.